Hey guys, what's up? Today in the Brick Lab, we're going to be upgrading Lloyd and Garmadon's car from Ninjago Rebooted. So from a distance, this car looks pretty cool, and in fact it was probably a prototype for the Samurai VXL that came out about 3 years later. But up close, it does have some flaws, and there are a couple things that I want to fix up on it. First is, of course, the wheels. They tend to stick out a little bit too far, much further out than I'd like, and I kind of want to push them in a little bit. Another thing that I want to do is maybe fill in some of the gaps here. You can see there are a ton of gaps here, and of course around the back with the platform that Lloyd's sitting on. And of course there's just this random red brick here. Why? Don't know, but we're gonna take care of all that. And another thing that I want to fix up is the flick-fire missile launcher system here. Now the idea in theory is actually pretty genius. You just push back on the taillights here and boom, 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 boom. Well, we're halfway there, but basically the idea is that you should be able to push back on the launcher here and it'll flip this little piece up and send the flick-fire missile flying into the air, where it can hopefully take out the giant menacing Mechdragon. Of course, in reality, as you can see, that does not work out so well. But I have to say that one thing that I do love about this play feature, though, is that if you flip these panels up, you can actually push forward and pull back, and then they'll pop right back into place. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but it is kind of fun to play around with on the vehicle. You know, you could put those back, flip these little panels forward, open the cockpit, and then you can act like Lloyd and Garmadon are in a LEGO commercial where they have to quick build their vehicle before rushing off into action, you know? I don't know if that's intentional, and it probably wasn't. That's probably just sloppy designing on the designer's part, but, you know, I think it's fun to play around with. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and see how we can fix this baby up. And here we have Lloyd and Garmadon's upgraded car. Now, at first glance, it's probably going to look pretty similar, but once you look closer, you realize it's night and day difference. So, first up, and most importantly, I changed the whole entire structure of the back of the vehicle here. I pushed the wheels in just a tiny bit, and the next thing you'll notice is that I also removed the triggers for the flick-fire missiles. Instead of pushing from the back here, you can now go over to the front, and we have some much more modern spring-loaded shooters. Now, I have to say this feature is a vast improvement, because rather than a flick-fire missiles that will just plop out and not do anything, you can just push gently down on the spring-loaded shooter here, and the missile will launch out without any issue and go much further. And then rather than the strange jet engine cannons that were on the back here, I just switched them out for a good old-fashioned, or maybe new-fashioned, 6-studded shooter, which, as you'll notice, I've doubled up on the studs here, and the reason for that is because that keeps them from going so far, and it also makes it easier to find the ammo later on. And so that fires the same as always. You just turn the knob on the back here, and your ammo will go flying off just like it's supposed to, wherever all that went to now. So yeah, those are the basic changes that I made to the vehicle, and again, I call them basic, but basically I just redesigned this thing from the ground up. So if you guys want to build it, as always, there will be a part list in the description, so feel free to find the parts you need, and we'll go ahead and start building. And if you were able to follow along, you should end up with a vehicle that looks a lot like this. Alright, I really don't have much more to say other than the usual like, subscribe, share, do all that other nonsense if you enjoyed the video, and if not, I don't even know what you're doing on the channel. But anyway, as mentioned, these videos will be a lot more sporadic nowadays, unfortunately, but hey, if there's anything you want to see me do, feel free to leave a comment below, and hey, one of these days I may get around to it. That's it for today. I'll see you guys next time.